Hi, this is Kerry Paulson with the Automatic Fisherman. I'm going to show you how to set up our Automatic Fisherman product for perch fishing. So here's what we're doing. Right now we have a small treble hook, a couple sinkers on the line about a foot away from the hook, and we have our small foam bobber. We're using the 33-inch fishing rod right now. We're fishing in 35 feet of water, so it's extremely deep. The 27-inch fishing rod only works in about maybe 15 to 20 feet of water. And anything deeper than that, you just don't get the right hook set. So we have our 33 medium heavy rod. It's got a 5-year warranty. These rods are indestructible. They work awesome for big fish in deep water. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a minnow and we're going to hook it in front of the dorsal fin, and we're going to just hook it just a little bit into the skin like that. And then now we'll go through and we'll pull this slack out of the reel system and allow this to drop down to the bottom. Because our sinker is a foot away from the hook, I have a real easy way to set your depth. And you just keep doing this until your line gets slack, and then you'll know that your line is actually on the bottom. So you see we're real deep water right now, so it's just as I could open up the bail, but then I'd have to grab the bobber differently. I just like doing it like this because I actually feel the drag and everything as well. So now I'm on the bottom. The ice stopper will lay sideways. You'll see all this line on the top of the hole, not really going anywhere. So what you do now is you just reel up some of the slack. Then you take the trigger arm, which is this part right here. You grab the trigger by the guide and you stand to the side, and you take the fishing rod and you bend it over and you connect it to this pin. This pin is adjustable. You can bend it towards the reel for a heavier release for the fish, or away from the reel for a lighter release for the fish. Now all I'm doing is I'm reeling in the line until that bobber stands up. So now my sinker is on the bottom, but my line is tight. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the bobber and I'm going to just pull it down to the base. What that'll do is that'll bring that sinker from on the bottom up 2 feet. Bring it up here, Ron. So that'll bring the sinker on the bottom up 2 feet. So now the minnow, because I have the distance between the hook and the sinker as a foot, when I bring this up, it's going to bring it up 1 foot, and now the minnow will be on the bottom. But then when I bring it up that second foot, now this minnow rises up, and that minnow will be 12 inches off the bottom. So if you come back down here, how this actually works is the fish grabs the bait, takes out the line, you'll see the bobber coming up. This fish has 2 feet of pure slack line to swim and get that bait in his mouth better. The second the line gets tight, that trigger drops down, the angle of this pin comes forward, and the rod just slips off of that pin and sets the hook in the fish. It's real simple, it's real easy. The last thing you do with this product, this is a product we call the ice stopper. And what this is it's basically a reservoir that holds a non-toxic solution that's in this bottle. It does not freeze till about 55 to 60 below zero. And if you hold it like this, you'll see the solution drip out. So I usually just put my finger underneath it like that. Put my finger underneath it like this, and then fill it up. Snap this back together, not pinching the line, and then put it into the water. And then the last thing I'm doing is I'm lifting the rod and setting it up in the dirt. So it's like this. Now that fish can come up and grab that bait. That hole can freeze in with ice, And you know, when you get a bite, you have to bust the ice free, or you clean the ice on your time. So fish grabs it, he's got that free slack, comes up, bang, the rod snaps up, sets a hook in the fish. You do not need to let the fish have 2 feet of slack all the time. I like letting the fish have the 2 feet of slack when I'm perch fishing, crappie fishing, and walleye fishing. That's it. Otherwise, I usually set the bobber about like that. So it's got about 3 to 4 inches of slack. So he can come up, grab that bait, and smash. They've got it in them. Okay? So check them out, automaticfisherman.com. Check out your local retailer. Check out your bait shops. Most of the places in the States have it, along with Canada. Okay? Thank you.